Welcome to The Explainer. You know the deal. We take the biggest, most complex topics and we make them make sense. And today, we've got a great one. The brand new, much anticipated 2025 preseason college football poll. All right, let's just jump right in with the question that is on everybody's mind. A question decades in the making. For the first time ever, a new king has been crowned before a single down has even been played. So, who is it?
And the answer? It's the Texas Longhorns. Yep, you heard that right. For the very first time in the long history of the AP poll, Texas is kicking off the season from the absolute top spot. Now, let's be super clear here. The Horns have finished a season ranked #1 before, 3 times actually, most recently back in 2005. But they have never, and I mean never, gotten this preseason nod from the voters. So after all those years of hearing, is Texas back? Well, it seems like the pollsters are officially saying, yeah, they are.
But here's the thing. This is where the story gets really juicy. Their grip on that #1 spot, it's about as fragile as it gets. This was no landslide victory, not even close.
I mean, just look at this chart. Look at how tight that is. Texas barely, and I mean barely, squeaked by with 1,552 points. But you've got Penn State breathing right down their necks at 1,547. That tiny little gap tells the whole story. It's an absolute logjam at the top.
Just five points. That's it. That is the entire margin separating the #1 team from the #2 team in the country. You've got to go all the way back to 1998 to find a preseason vote this close. It just screams uncertainty and a whole lot of debate heading into the season, right?
And if you want to see just how divided everyone is, look no further. This chart says it all. Yeah, Texas got the #1 next to their name, but they only pulled in 25 first-place votes. Penn State was right there with 23, and then you've got Ohio State with another 11. All told, 6 different teams got at least one first-place vote. It's clear as day there is absolutely no consensus on who the best team in the country really is.
So, the big question then is how? How, in this unbelievably crowded field, did Texas manage to climb all the way to the top of the mountain?
Well, their journey has been nothing short of a Hollywood comeback story. Think about it. Just a few seasons back in 2021, they were a losing team, 5-7, a total low point. But since then, a complete 180. They've won 25 of their last 30 games. They've made 2 straight playoff semifinals. And now, here they are, the pinnacle.
And you know, their head coach, Steve Sarkisian, he's not running from the pressure. Not at all. In fact, he's leaning right into it. He gets it. The expectations are through the roof. But like he says here, we're the University of Texas, and the standard is the standard, competing for championships. For them, it's not just a hope, it's the baseline. Okay, let's zoom out a bit from just one team, because this poll also paints a picture of a massive power struggle, a real clash of the titans between college football's 2 mega conferences. And man, has the SEC flexed its muscles. They've done something that's never been done before, a record-breaking 10 teams in the preseason top 25. That's 40% of the entire poll belonging to just one conference. That is a new high-water mark, period. And this sets up such a fascinating dynamic. You've got the SEC, and their game is all about depth. 10 ranked teams, 4 in the top 10, just an incredible showing. But then you have the Big Ten. Their story is about power at the very, very top. Sure, they have 6 teams ranked, but 2 of them, Penn State and Ohio State, are sitting at #2 and #3, knocking on the door, ready to take that crown.
And, you know, it's not all about the giants at the top. This pool is absolutely packed with some other fantastic stories. You know, teams on the rise, incredible comebacks.
I mean, check out some of these little nuggets. They're great. You've got SMU. They're in the preseason poll for the first time in 40 years. 40! And how about Boise State, sneaking in at #25? They're the first group of 5 team to get ranked in the preseason since 2023. And it's pretty clear that last year's playoff run mattered a lot because all 12 of those teams are back in the rankings to start this year.
Which all brings us back to Texas and to this one huge lingering question. You see, they don't get a warm-up game.
they don't get to ease into the season. Their very first game is a monster. On the road against the defending national champs, the number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes. So, can they prove this historic ranking is for real? Or will their reign at the top be the shortest in history? I guess we're all going to find out on August 30th.